What is going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Today, we're going to be talking about our ritual weapon for Season 23, the Chivalric Fire. I don't know why I can't say that word, but y'all know what I mean. It is the Void Caster Sword that we get from our Vanguard, Crucible, or Gambit. This thing has a couple set of perks in our third and fourth column, as well as those 3 origin traits from each of those vendors, if you will, for Vanguard, Gambit, and Crucible. So we're going to go over the perks on this weapon and the 2 different ways that I think this is definitely made to be used. It has the option for DPS as well as for add clear potential, especially when you're pairing it with some of those solar subclasses, giving it the potential to have volatile rounds on it as well. So we will get into it right here. So right here is our caster frame, and you can launch that heavy projectile. Heavy attacks are stronger with that full energy. This thing, when you throw it, leaves a nice little purple cloud that does that damage on enemies, almost like a purple flame. But like I said, it is a 2-sided sword with damage as well as add clear potential. So the first perk that we have is Tempered Edge, giving us that increase to damage and ammo. Balanced Guard allows us just that overall good defense. You can see on the side the pretty even stats, 40, 50, 40, 40. Now, this is where the perks get interesting and where we can split this into 2 different categories. First off, we got Relentless Strikes with Attrition Orbs. This is definitely how I would play it. You could actually go with Destabilizing Rounds if you want, but there isn't that much options for that on a boss, so you can use Attrition Orbs where dealing sustained damage create orbs of power, so everybody standing next to you can get their supers back a little bit faster, plus landing those 3 light attack hits within a short time grants us a little bit of sword ammo back. So the pairing of this, where you just kind of sit at the boss, do a lot of light attacks in a row to get some of those orbs to proc, as well as Relentless Strikes, throw a heavy here and there to keep that sustained damage on them, especially if it's a pretty stationary boss. It's a little hard to keep that damage up with the heavy attack if the boss is running around the arena, because like I said, it's almost like a purple cloud that sits on the boss or the enemy for the heavy attack, where that'll just do damage. It doesn't track or spread or anything like that. But the first roll, like I said, Relentless Strike, Attrition Orbs, definitely the DPS side of this weapon. On the other side, for our add clear potential, we have Repulsor Brace, which defeating those void debuff targets grants us overshield, and Destabilizing Rounds, final blows, cause targets to become volatile, which is a void debuff. So the combination of this, when you're just whacking enemies one after the other, you're able to cause volatility on a lot of different enemies, with then a Repulsor Brace being able to proc, so you can get that overshield for yourself and just kind of stay alive, and that continuous damage on just wiping out ads after ads after ads. When you get to that DPS phase, switch to Relentless Strike and Attrition Orbs to keep up the DPS, but this does work pretty good with that Void synergy and using a Void subclass, especially for sure. Something like Titan, you can use Strongholds, a Bubble, and just juice this thing with that extra sword ability, plus the Destabilizing Rounds, like I said, pairs perfectly with the Controlled Demolitionist of the Titan subclass, and then we can do a decent amount of damage with this. Obviously, Falling Guillotine, way better for that DPS, but the options you have with the Chivalric Fire, I don't know why I can't say that word. Chivalry is how you say the full word, but I don't know why I can't put the ick at the end. So hopefully you guys enjoy this weapon. I personally do not like it, really. It is pretty okay for the fun little aspects of it, but caster frames, in my personal opinion, are just pretty useless inside of Destiny unless you're using it for some really niche thing. So definitely go and grab it from whatever vendor you play the most, Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard Strikes, and let me know what y'all think of it, because I think it is very average, giving it like a 2.5 out of 5. Nothing too crazy about this at all. Maybe in the Crucible a little bit better with that caster frame, kind of like Black Talon or something like that. But I appreciate all y'all for sticking with me. One-Eyed Jedi on all my socials. I will keep on the grind for these builds, and I appreciate all y'all again. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.